Hey, it's David. Welcome back to CrossFitness, Fitness, helping men and women get in the best spiritual shape of their lives one workout at a time. Quick thought in this video that I'm calling a great post-deliverance prayer. Okay, so I'm thinking about Psalm 34. I am praying that with a dear friend today. And the note about the context of that prayer written by King David is very interesting. You see, David was in a spot. He was in a tough dilemma. He was in a predicament that threatened to take his life. He was in front of the king Abimelech, the note says. And then David pretended to be insane because they'd brought him to the king, and the king had the power to extinguish his life, to kill him. And David just pretended to be insane. He let saliva drip down his beard, and whatever he did. And the king just said, get this insane man out of my presence. Don't have enough people like him around me. And it saved David's life. It's just so interesting. David was a man after God's heart. He pursued God, he chased God, and God gave him that creative thought on how to save his life in that unique situation. This is the giant killer, and yet he's feigning insanity to get out of a predicament. And then he comes back and he writes Psalm 34. I sought the Lord, and he heard me, and he delivered me from my fears. Taste and see that the Lord is good. The angel of the Lord encamps around those that fear him, and he delivers them. The Lord is attentive to the prayers of his people, and on it goes. There's so many wonderful verses in Psalm 34 after David was delivered. So first of all, I'd recommend that whenever we're in a predicament or a situation, that we just cry out to God and ask for the creative, what do we need to do in this situation? I'm not sure he's going to call us to pretend we're insane, but he's going to give you a creative outlet to move you forward and through the predicament. I'm convinced of that. Secondly, Psalm 34 is a great verse, a great series of verses, a great chapter to just review after God has pulled our fat out of the fire. When we're in a weird situation and God gets us out, this is a great place to go and just begin to speak that out and thank God for it and kind of personalize it. So just something to consider today. A great post-deliverance prayer is Psalm 34. I encourage you to read it. It's real short, but it's really powerful. It's potent. It's dense with biblical truth. And praise to God. It'll strengthen your faith. It will encourage you. And both before and after, a predicament or a situation that's unfortunate or unlikely, you can go to this psalm, and I believe it'll provide some comfort and build your faith. Okay? So check it out. Psalm 34, written by King David, inspired by the Holy Spirit of God. Hope that encourages you a little bit. For now, I'm David, your virtual mentor, reminding you that I'm always for you, never against you. Have a blessed day. Take care.